All right, so this is the beginning of a second part on the FF24 here, getting it ready for winter. So there's a lot of little things that are adding up. So this video is going to be quite long, so hopefully you don't mind too much of talking. If you do, probably not the video for you. Hi, I'm Alex, and welcome back to another vlog day. All right, so we are getting started on this beautiful rig. Look at this. This is nice. This is just a big version of the SS18 that I had, and I am absolutely loving the look of this, even though it's a John Deere, but we're throwing some more John Deere. So just a quick update. I'm going to be updating you on a bunch of little things. This is going to be one of them. Got a carburetor coming in. That's going to be another, and then we have a big issue here that we need to solve. So first off, we got weights. I definitely want to have weight on the back because we are limited. We have the plastic weight, so that's 50 pounds a piece, so we have 100 pounds. And once I get that 3-point hitch problem sorted, I'll cover that here in a second. I do want to get a suitcase weight slash hitch receiver for the back 3-point, which will hold our suitcase weights. The one that I'm looking at, I'll put a picture up. I need to order, can hold 6 of these. So I guess that's the goal, to get 6 of them. I got 2 right now. Those are 40 pounds a piece, so there's 80 pounds. So if I don't find any more that are a reasonable price like that, I'll just stick with those for now, because then I already have 100. I'll make 180. So that'll probably be good enough for this rig, but I will keep adding to them as I find them. So that's that talked about, got that talked about. Also want to grab a sleeve hitch. A huge thing I want to do, a huge goal, is to make it out to PA Plow Day one day. I'm pushing for next year, but no promises. That's a long time from now, and I got a lot to do to this thing before it's worthy. Like, for instance, we need some ag tires, we need some better front tires, and we need more suitcase weights for that. Because when you have a lot of that, I got to make a custom front bracket to hold the suitcase. So there's a lot to do with that, but it is a huge goal, and I really want to make it out there. So getting that sleeve hitch, and then I think it's a Brentley 10-inch moldboard plow. I want to get one of those. So again, that requires the 3-point hitch situation. Again, I'll cover that in a second. Next is I'll cover the whole what do you call it, carburetor thing. It's acting funny, and I think it just is worn out. I just hit it 1112 hours or so, or 1112 hours on it. So that's really awesome. It was all 1111 at one point, so it was really cool. So putting the hours on it. I love it. So the next thing is, look at this huge problem we have. I don't know if you can notice it, but how am I going to control that? There is a little spot, but where am I going to mount it? Can't really mount it in the cab area, because yeah, there's no place to mount it. So I think I'm going to do a winch setup. So I kind of told my buddy, I'm like, I got this huge problem, I can't control the chute. And he went to Google, and people put winches on these because of the style of how it is. So you can put a little winch, so it goes one way when you're winching out, and winch in, it goes the other way, which is really cool. Love redneck ingenuity, man. Really cool. So I want to have this as a backup. Obviously I'll disconnect it, but I want this all here as a backup. And then I guess this is universal, so it has the same bracket on the other side. So I think this will be a great spot to mount it and have it, and maybe make a plate out so it's flat like this and aim that way. So that will take care of that. We'll have a little momentary switch in there. I mean, most winches come with switches, rocker switches or toggle switches. So we'll have that in the cab. So no problem there. So that'd be pretty cool. Winch, I mean, like a switch in the cab will be really nice instead of a handle that you're twisting and struggling with. So that would be really nice. So that's something. And then we need to wire up the cab. I'm going to do the same thing as last time, just a little different because, you know, we have a much bigger platform. So maybe more opportunity. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll go along the same lines there. So that covers that. And then this has turned into a mega project. So I deemed this as a parts rig because the engine was done. So I started ripping out the axle for this guy because I think I covered that the 3-point brackets, there's one snap, so it only has one. And I want to hold 6 suitcase weights that could be up to 240 pounds. I'm sure down pressure and pressure doing a moldboard plow, I'm sure that's much more than 200 pounds. But I definitely want to do a lot of weight on there. So I want to make sure I have a good axle. So I got to the point where I pulled out this axle and I had a buddy hit me up and has the exact same engine in here, running, driving, and healthy numbers. And he's selling me that for very cheap. So yeah, kind of halfway through deeming it as parts and he hits me up with that. So I got to get this in there and that back on there, get a new engine in this, and this might actually run and drive, which would be awesome. I was deeming it as a parts rig, but it might actually come back to life. So I would have liked to know that before I did that, but at the end of the day, I would like to have a 3-point hitch. So that is the only thing holding me back. So yeah, I think that's awesome. So we're gonna do that. I'll show a little bit of that, but it is quite the process. This is a lot of frustrating hours right here. So I don't want to show too much of it because I'm kind of doing it wrong. I was doing it like it wasn't gonna ever go back together, so I wasn't really worried about it, but now it needs to, so I'm a little worried. I don't know if I messed anything up and I have to be more cautious now. So that's a thing all of its own. We'll get to that more in this video. But again, this is a talking video, so hopefully you don't mind it. I just want to keep you up to date. I don't want you having any questions while you're watching the video. I want to be able to tell you everything that's going on. So yeah, things are going to start trickling in here as I order them. Again, I want more of those. Again, this is 80 pounds here. There's 100 pounds there. 180 is good enough for me. So if I don't get any more of those, people want stupid amount of money. I think it's because it's green and it says John Deere on it, but who knows? I don't know. I got those extremely cheap because probably because it's not good enough for these John Deere people. But I like the patina on them. I mean, look at the whole tractor it's going on. So right, but I mean, I can make them look nice later. So I'm sure the John Deere paint is not going to be cheap, but that's all right. So we're throwing a lot of John Deere at this. It's crazy. It's kind of a poor man's John Deere right here. So this is pretty much a 400 series, and I can tell that because the cab fit up so well. But anyway, just want to update you. Things are going to start trickling in here, and I will do little updates as things trickle in. Definitely get this shop cleaned up so that we can start working on these projects, because this whole area needs to get cleaned if I'm going to tackle switching that axle out. So I definitely want to give you some footage of it. I haven't been recording it because I just wanted to do it behind your back so you didn't have to worry about it. But here we are, and we'll get it updated and yeah, get this thing with a 3-point. I really want a 3-point on this thing. It will really unlock a lot of things that we weren't able to do. And not a lot of people have the 3 points for these, but I don't think a lot of people realize you can start buying John Deere stuff. John Deere actually, if you go on eBay, there's a kit to swap your John Deere from a category 0 to a category 1. So there's some people that will switch to a category 1 setup, which is even more useful things than category 0. And people will take those category 0 stuff and throw it up on eBay, and you can get them, and they fit up pretty close. I mean, if you got the part that goes through here, the top part, I mean, you're pretty golden. The arms will fit and everything. So I don't know why people complain like, oh, I don't have a 3-point. You definitely have the capabilities. Even this axle right here, John Deere, looks pretty much identical except that little 5-star bolt pattern is the same on the front. So they're different, but other than that, they look identical. So Sears really did just model a John Deere. So if you ever need parts for your FF, definitely look at John Deere first and then go from there, because it's pretty similar. So over here, I don't know if I've updated you, I got a second set of wheels. So yes, this is just a tire. This is one. I couldn't buy just one of these stock looking. I had to buy a set, and I only needed one. So don't look at this one. This one is just a spare. I like the I like this OEM look. But yeah, I have a whole second set, so this is going to be taken off. These tires, I don't even know if they hold air. They're both, oh, this one's flat. This one might not be. But this is my FF box that I have down here that I'll show you real quick. So these will be taken off, and we'll put ag tires on there for PA plow day. Yeah, that one's definitely flat. So in here, we have all the 3-point hitch arms and everything. These are factory Sears 3-point hitch arms, which is awesome. So here's all my new snowblower stuff. I gotta replace the cutting edge on it, and then I have a brand new lift spring for these are like NOS, like brand new lift spring for it. I got I finally got the old ones that I already bought. Got new shoes, skid shoes or whatever for them. And then a new cutting edge. So we're definitely gonna do that in this video. And then here is the manual chute change. So yeah, I definitely want to get these on there. I want to have the capability, so I'm gonna work really hard to get these on there for you guys. So because I really want to have a 3-point hitch setup. And I don't know if you can see it from here, but we got a leaker. So I guess it does need attention, and it looks like on the side that we're dealing with. So hopefully that one's good. I'm gonna see if I can take that places, get new bearings, seals and everything, and we'll do that to this side as well. So we want to make sure that's 100% and ready to go, because we are gonna hammer down and you know, take her through her paces. Definitely going to PA plow day and all that stuff. So hopefully I can make it to PA plow day this year. Well, next year, the following year, or the year after that. So hopefully I can make it to one of these, because right now I will have this for now, and then she might be saying goodbye next year. So I would like to take this to PA plow day. I would like to take an FF. So yeah, really holding on to this tight for that. So yeah, anyway, hopefully you're enjoying so far, and I'll update you whenever the next things come in. All right, so what a disaster. This is probably the worst job I have ever done in my life. The hardest, most difficult, most challenging, and that was swapping this. This is the old FF24 axle, and the FF18 here donated a new one. Just spent probably 16 hours doing this, and had no idea what I was doing. A lot of challenges. I think my biggest setback and why it took so long was just having the wrong tools, not having the right ones. But here it is. Took the wheel weights off. Haven't put those back on yet. But look at that. They both have what it's supposed to be. And the fluid's up to level. Yeah, so this was a tough job. I did not like it by any means. So, but you know what that means now? We can throw the 3-point hitch on and have a legit 3-point hitch. So that was one of the things I definitely wanted to tackle, and I knew it was going to be the most challenging. So yeah, this took me like 3 days on and off, and this took me a night and a day. So I'm very happy that I improved. So let's get you on the tripod, and let's put this 3-point hitch on. right, there we go. A FF with a 3-point hitch. You don't see that very often. Wow. Very awesome. So another really cool thing is that this size tractor, John Deere, has the category 0 like this has right here. But what's cool is you can get a category 1. So it just replaces the arms and it allows you to have category 1, which is awesome. Something I'm definitely wanting to look into. Let's start it up and see how it moves around. All the way up too. Pretty good adjustment there. So, yeah, that's really awesome. Now I'm gonna order a weight box for the back. So that'll be the next 3-point clip. All right, so I got the garage cleaned up. Got the cab rig tucked in the corner here because we're not gonna need it for quite a while. And this video is going to take a different direction than I initially started the video. I think we're just gonna do a couple more things, and then the rest of the stuff that I wanted to do will be, dedicated separate videos. So I did get the wheel weights back on too. Definitely need those. So yeah, I think I had a lot of plans to do different things. I think right now we're going to do what I have here. So I've been looking, I don't know if this works yet, but I've been looking for this forever. So this is the inner plate lid to the air intake. So it has an inner one that this sandwiches the air filter to the bottom base, and then the top lid goes on with a wing nut. So I got a wing nut washers for this. We're hoping that will work, cross our fingers. I've been looking for it. I just ordered this due to its part number. It's I think it's a 140 dash something something. I think it has like a 4 and a 6.9 in it or something. So I'll put that on the screen here. So I just ordered it by part number, so I don't know, it might work, it might not work, but I've been looking for one for months now and haven't been able to find one until now. So I kind of just ordered that the minute it popped up on eBay. So it looks a little used, as you can see there, a little rust, and they cleaned it up. Not bad. I'd rather have it than not. So another thing that we'll do in this video, this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while as just a caution, like an anti-theft kind of thing. Also, just to save the battery. This is a kill switch. So I'll install it, but I don't know if I'll show installing it or not, because it'd be nice to not show where I put this. So here, kind of just a battery kill switch. So, but yeah, I got all metal one, robust. So I definitely want to show putting one in. I just don't know if I want to show where I put it, because yeah, it'd be nice to it would be nice to not show this on camera. So then if you jump in the tractor, you'll know that there's a kill switch somewhere, but where will it be? So I don't know yet. I might or might not. I mean, if you're gonna seal it, you can anyways, right? So I mean, it's common key. So may or may not show that. Got this, and then this is the biggest thing that I've been wanting to get for this tractor. This is like one of the last things I haven't replaced yet, and that's the carburetor. So I'm hoping this will work. Again, I went off part number. It's not OEM, it's a knockoff. The OEM one, they wanted $300 for this. This was like $100. So I'm hoping this will work. So it's got the gasket already, which is good. I didn't have to order that. It looks right. So this is for a T260G, I'm hoping. The box is a P220G, so which is not this engine, this 24 horse engine. So I'm hoping that is just, I mean, it looks like a label over a label. So we're hoping that's wrong. This looks right though. Everything looks good on it. So this is your idle circuit, and then this will be your main circuit that you adjust idle and then running. So let's hope it works. And this is where the fuel goes in. Yeah, anyway, this is pretty much all just everything but obviously the kill switch here. This is all right in the carburetor area. So yeah, let me get this hood opened up. Let's get you onto the tripod here, get me mic'd up, and let's install this bad boy and hope this solves my really poor running, idling, and just, you know, driving around. I'm hoping that this will fix that problem. All right, so real quick, before I go any further, oh, I didn't replace that either. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, I got another box and another surprise. So, something else I was hiding too. Bought this genuine thing that I thought was gonna be the most rare thing in the world. Is this little, they call it an air deflector for the, for that. Bought that new, it's NOS, I believe, new old stock. Definitely, oh, that smells so good. Yes, that is definitely NOS. So, saw that, had to buy that. That's a 145-0522 carb air deflector. So I saw that on there, had to grab that. So let's see if this lid fits. I don't know if you can tell by now, but I like things to be OEM stock. So yeah, yep, that works. Yes, you just gotta get the right orientation, but yeah, then you thread that on there, and yeah, that will work. Sweet. I was a little worried. This looks like it's already dirty, so I'm gonna get that blown off real quick. But okay, I was really worried that that wasn't gonna fit. So, uno momento, por favor. All right, that's why I would recommend having a pre-filter, because I definitely could have used one. Okay, so the process is, I believe those are 3/8. So you have a wing nut, and then you'll have a nut over that, which is 7/16. Then in here you'll have these holding down this. So yeah, that's 3/8, and then you have this, which is 5/16. So yes, you'll need 3 wrenches to do this job. But this is what actually holds this to the carburetor, so you're definitely gonna need to keep that in mind. Hopefully I'm not in your way. I would recommend pulling the choke out so you don't drop any bolts in there, but should be good. But yeah, mine's broken, and my air deflector here, I didn't break it, it just came this way. So I was waiting to, before I put the new one on, I was kind of waiting to get all these parts in before. So I just ordered what I could at the time. So, but yeah, see how this is in many pieces. So I can finally get rid of that. So that's sweet. I can finally have one piece now when putting this on. Hopefully I never have to be back in here again. Right, that's the whole goal, is not to be back in here anymore. So, oh, look at that, very nice. I like that. It's better than this broken one. So not a lot of people like to spend the time to put everything back to being OEM and factory, but that is huge on me. Like, did that like hurt anything? No. it worked and it was fine how it was. But for some reason in my brain, I want it fixed how it was supposed to be. So I want it to be OEM spec. So that's how it came, that's how it should go back. So yeah, finding this stuff is not impossible, but it's hard because of the fact that this tractor's only made 2 years. Now, mind you, that carburetor that I bought is meant for a John Deere. And that lid, that inner lid, is made for a John Deere 318, 320. It fits all of those. So I want you to be aware, if you are a FF guy, and you're like, where is he getting all these parts? And let's say you've been in the boat. You're like, I've been looking for parts like that all the time. John Deere. John Deere. That's why the cab fit so well. People are so surprised how well that cab fit. And it's because this is a John Deere. Come on. It's pretty much a John Deere. It's the broke man's John Deere. Not saying that you're broke. It's just sometimes you're broke, you know? So, and it's not really because you're broke. It's just like, I mean, John Deeres are just so expensive, and I feel like it's for no reason. I mean, you look at a John Deere 400, which is what this is. I mean, I paid under $1,000 to get this tractor, and a John Deere 400, I've seen them for $2,000-$3,000. Like, come on, why when you could have this? I mean, I get the reliability factor, I guess, maybe, or something, and it's the John Deere name too. So that could be it too. I don't know. Regardless, this whole intake manifold has to come out, so that's no big issue. And then the throttle over here, can you see that? No, you can't really see that. I'll take yellow. Come over here. Come over here. So this whole rail has to come out, which if you're familiar with the Suburbans, the same thing. And then this has to come off, and then this has to come off, and then the fuel line. And then, yeah, comes right out. Then we can unbolt it from underneath, and no big deal. Look how dirty it is, though. We'll definitely have to make sure it stays clean in here. So, anyways, let me do that real quick, and I'll come back with you when I'm taking the last bolt off. Alright, so don't even attempt this job without taking the exhaust off, because you can't get to this inner bolt without it. So, learn that really quickly. Almost made it an impossible job. The odds of those coming out were pretty slim to none, but they did. And yeah, here we go. So it's out. Now it's time to replace it. Get the old one off, and let's go to the bench for that. Alright, so now we're back at the bench. Don't mind the broken glass. It was a project that I failed at. So these are 1/2 inch bolts on the bottom. Just get the rest of that fuel out of there. Nice big long bolts. Wow, these are good gaskets. Nope. Jesus. Wow. Whatever gasket they used, holy. It is like a thick something. That's crazy. Wow. Alright, so carburetor's gonna go like that. Yeah, I guess it fits. It's not great, but it fits. So and I think the bolts fit, so that's always good too. Alright, well, there it is, it's on. Whoever used that gasket material, holy. So, alright, it's on, and let's get it back onto the tractor. So, that'll be a reverse process of what I just did. So we're back. It's all in, ready to put the final touches on it. And see if everything will bolt up properly. See if I did everything correctly. Yep, that fits. And the bolt holes line up, at least decent. Okay, that's on. I also did find a pre-cleaner. Very important to have those. Gonna do a brass washer and a stainless steel wing nut. And that is now up to factory spec. Woo. Very nice. So I guess the moment of truth here is to see how it runs and if it will start up. So it's gonna take a little bit to get primed, but let's see. Fired right up though. Maybe a little bit of tweaking on the idle. Can't remember. I think it's a 1.5. I can't totally remember. Well, I guess that's where I'll call it for now. I guess I got it running kind of good now, so it's a little high idle, but there's no way to adjust the other one, which is so stupid, but hey, whatever. I'll keep it for now. The next step is to, well, for me is to figure out what I'm going to do, if I'm going to show you the kill switch or not. So that's what I have first, but kill switch. So yeah, I know right where I want to put it. I mean, I guess I'll just show you guys, so since there's really nothing special to it and someone could find it and turn it on. But yeah, I'll show you how doing that. I just want to have a kill switch on it, just to, you know, prolong the battery life on that. So just in case a parasitic draw does end up happening at one point, you never know, it won't affect the battery in any way, shape, or form. So, and the lighting and everything I do is, you know, just that one extra step, I guess. So that will be the next thing, and then I think that will be it for the video. I did have big plans to do a lot in this video, but the little things that I want to do, like wiring the cab and doing other things, I will make separate videos on, all dedicated right to it. So yeah, I'll just be focused on that. So that's it for now. I will catch you in the next clip. Alright, so another thing I wanted to add is I got this new old stock spacer. So here it is. Some people would say this is a crime for opening, but yeah, it's supposed to go right here, right there, to give you the right spacing for this. So hopefully you see that. And then that goes on there like that, and that allows you to have the proper spacing for that. So it is very little details for me, having stuff like that, you know, easily could go without and not have to worry about. But you know, I just want everything to be as OEM as possible, like I said. So then you can crank this down and it will tighten to what it needs to. So that will be on there properly now, how it's supposed to. And yeah, at the end of the day, I can sleep well knowing that that's how that's supposed to be. So, just like that. So if you want one of these, if you can find them, that's your part number, 3010458. And yeah, this is pretty sweet. So it's got all the OEM stuff right when it came out, probably a long time ago. So really cool, really awesome. I know when I was talking to a few Onan specialists, they definitely recommended to have this spacer in there. So awesome, really excited to have that completely done and how it should be, and hopefully we'll get good performance out of it. And yeah, so the next thing I do want to work on is this blower. So this needs some attention. I don't think we'll be able to see it from here, but the cutting edge is bowed in like that. So the middle is pretty much hitting the ground with the shoes all the way up. So I think I showed you in this video, I have the part to replace it. I have a brand new cutting edge and new shoes. I'm probably gonna leave these look fine, so I'll probably just leave those on there and just replace the cutting edge. So that will definitely be the next thing on this, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I might end up taking the whole blower apart and repainting it, but I'm just not sure yet. I have a few other things that I want to do to it. So I think doing the cutting edge there, or the I don't know if it's the cutting edge, but you know, the leading edge there, I want to replace that in the next clip, I think. I'm not sure. It all depends on how things work out. So but other than that, everything it's great. I'll see if I can find a sticker kit, because the stickers are pretty much done on it. But yeah, anyways, that's it for now. I haven't done the battery disconnect yet, so I need to look into that and figure that out. So I might show that as well. But anyway, I'll leave you here for now. All right, so just got back from a long trip and I got the wall of weights now. So just picked up 6 42-pounders and then these are 2 40s. So I might sell those off or keep them. Also got this 10-inch moldboard plow sleeve hitch style for the FF here. Again, preparing for PA plow day. It's missing the disc here, but I don't think that's the end of the world, and I'll see if there's any support on these. And the best part is it's a Sears Craftsman, so that's gonna fit up perfectly. Didn't even know they made these, so yeah, it shouldn't match. PA plow day I won't have the cab on it, so it'll match very well. I actually went for this dirty looking one. He says it hasn't been used recently, it's just been in the dirt. So yeah, I am happy. Kind of went with the beat up looking ones because I was gonna paint it and get new decals, but I kind of like it how it is. It looks much better in person than it does on camera and the photos on Facebook. So probably just gonna leave it as is, and when I get the sleeve hitch, then we'll have this. Also got a bracket for John Deere for those. Kind of just came with it, and I think I'm actually gonna cut it up and adapt it to work on the front here, because that's what that is. I believe it's for the front. I think it adapts your front, so you can have those on the front. That is what I need in this case. Maybe use a couple of the 40-pounders to give some weight on the back of here if that doesn't dig in right, and then the front 6 can go right up front here. So front, rear. So I don't know, I'll just keep them. I can't hurt to have extra. So I am done with weights. It's big weight off my shoulder. It's been kind of hard to find these, especially the 42-pounders in my area, and I've been looking for a 6 weight haul because that's what those brackets can hold. Those brackets hold 6 weights. So I guess the secret number is 6 of them. So it's been hard. Again, I started with 2, then I expected to get 4 or 6, you know, and get up to my number, but I'm glad I got here. So never have to worry about weights ever again. I mean, right there, those 42, that was 252 pounds. So that's a lot of weight for a tractor. So yeah. Anyway, we'll have to get that sleeve hitch for the moldboard plow here. Sorry, I can't speak this morning. And then we'll have to get a suitcase weight holder for the back when we have the blower on. So yeah, just wanted to update you in this video. I know there's not a lot going on. Very eventful in this video, but yeah, we're slowly chipping away at the goals that I set. So done with weights. Halfway with the moldboard plow. We just need to get a sleeve hitch adapter for the tractor. Hopefully this is not too big for this tractor. We'll see. If it is, it is. If it's not, it's not. So hopefully, I think that's correct for it. I think that's right. It can be adapted, I think. So I don't know yet. I don't know. Until we get the sleeve hitch, we won't know. But I'm roughly thinking this is the correct one. So if it is, it is. If it isn't, it isn't, right? So anyway, that's just the update for now, and then I'll explain a little bit more on the adapter here of what I want to do. Again, I want to take that has some good parts, chop it up and make a adapter for that. Kind of the adapter will kind of look like that at the end of the day. So I'll kind of replicate what that kind of like this part and this part will replicate, and then this big rectangle here, replicate that, and then mount that onto that and have a quick attached weight holder for the front of the Sears. So, and then we'll be able to use this. So we'll have good weight in the front to have for that, and then I'll be buying a rear 3-point suitcase weight holder for the 3-point in the back. So then that will be for winter here, like how we have it now. So yeah, anyway, that's enough talking for now. I will catch you in the next update. Not sure what that will be. All right, so the objective for today is to get this replaced here. And I'm not sure exactly if this piece is bent there or if the whole thing is. So might have to straighten it out with a hammer. I'm gonna try to keep the blower attached. Yeah, it definitely looks like that is bowed that way. So let's do a little pounding on the old one. So looks like this goes like that. And it comes with all new hardware, which is awesome. Oh, actually, it looks like it goes this way. So, comes with all new hardware. So I got the edge there, and then all new hardware here. So let's straighten that lip real quick. Let me see if I have my level. I have to take the shoes off. But I mean, we're level with the bottom of the shoes here, and that middle is touching. So it's gonna have to get bent. So let's do a little bit of pounding and bending with the old wear edge. Like you could see, like it looks like it hasn't even been touched here, and then this looks like, yeah, it's level. So it looks like this ground right into it. So it looks like it's been like that for some time. So let's replace that. So let's bend that up, get that better, and then as we bend it up, I'll move the shoes accordingly so that we can keep it all the way. So that sounds like a plan. Let's do that. I'm gonna keep the shoes that are on it for now. They look fine, so why replace it, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, kind of deal. So what do you think? About to lose that again. Yeah, I got little Bertha and then big Bertha. That's what I call. Try to get big Bertha on it. How are we looking? Yeah, call that good enough. What do you think? I call that good enough. Let's see. What do you guys think? It's somewhat of a level floor. That looks good to me. Let's put the new one on. Look at that. Shows you how much it ate into the actual blower there. So that's pretty crazy. It's hidden over here. So over here you can't even see it. Over there you can't even see it. But right there you can see it. So, and the reason for grinding that down was to get all the burrs off, because it started eating into the actual thing there. So crazy, but we straightened it out. So theoretically it should not do that ever again, because we'll have the shoes here. We'll move those now so that they're not so far down. They have no need to be anymore. So let me do this real quick, and then we'll get to moving those. The middle is still scraping. Interesting. Guess we'll come up a smidge. Alright, so this is where I'm going to end the video, and yeah, I would say very, very successful. I got that cutting edge. It's scraping a little bit. I haven't seen the footage, but I think it's scraping a little bit. I'll adjust the shoes a little bit more, but you get the general idea of it, and I think we accomplished enough. I think this video is going to be over an hour, so it was going to be like part of the cab maintenance, but I guess this video quickly shifted to just doing odds and ends on making the FF24 just that much more reliable. So after the run there with the carburetor and everything, the surging and everything, because you can't really control the the main jet idle. You can only control the idle circuit for it. So I'm probably going to put the old carburetor back on, but I will deep clean it and make sure that it's perfect. Maybe even find a rebuild kit for it. I'm not sure. I think I'll put the old one on and have this one as a backup until the day that one actually does decide to quit. So that will kind of be the thing there. Yeah, not totally loving that fact, but that's all right. You don't know until you know. But other than that, this thing is great, and I do want to say one thing. If anyone knows where I can get 10-inch wheels, that would be great. These are 18 8.5 by 8s, and I would like to put 20 8.5 by 10s on here. So I want to get new tires. I want to get more grippy tires. And I can get the you know, a grippy tire in an 18 8.5 by 8, but it would be nice to get a taller tire. It would be nice to have a 20 on there. So it kind of, if you look at it from the side, it kind of looks a little small up front. So I got a buddy with an FF20, and he has 20s with 10s on the front and 26 12s in the back, and it looks so much better. It looks more beef. It looks beefier. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, please comment down below. If you have any links where I can find some wheels, maybe even a wheel and tire combo would be nice. I would like to get rid of these kind of like, I don't even know, but I would like to get more aggressive. I mean, just kind of like this tread. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, please put them down below. That would be greatly appreciated. Or if you're running a set and know where to get some, please let me know. That would be awesome. Other than that, I think the next video on the FF24 is going to be the cab wiring. So I'm going to get very specific on it. And I believe that I said in the previous clips, either in this video or in the last video, that this was only going to last me 1 season. That has quickly changed to 2 seasons, so 2 to 3. I really want to do right, and I want to get a new vehicle. So I'm going to keep the Pontiac, and the Pontiac has been very reliable. It's been very good. I've gotten everything that you guys have seen. That Pontiac, that little car, has gotten me so much stuff, and I think it's time to get a truck. So I think I'm going to focus on some real life stuff instead of all this tractor stuff. So you will see a huge gap in content. Obviously in the winter, we're going to have this content, but next summer I'm probably going to take off and find a truck. So I got to save up some money for that. Trucks aren't cheap. I was going to go with something old because I just like old, but I might go a little newer. And I mean newer, I mean like 2010s, 2014s. I was looking at like 90s trucks, and you know, I was going to take a beautiful trip out south to buy one because you know, I just like my old stuff. But I don't know. I don't know. My car's a 2010, so that's kind of like the newest thing I ever have. And I don't want to go any newer than that. So I like my old stuff. I mean, this is an 80s setup right here. You know, it's just, you know, this is a 2000s, so it's not any newer. So yeah, I like old stuff. I just don't see the whole new craze. It's a lot of money. So, I mean, this setup is, I mean, not a lot. So huge, giant order placed for the next video. I don't know what the next video might be, but I can guarantee you the next FF video will be this. So yeah, again, sorry for the lack of content, coming soon, and we have a lot to do this year to get this 100%, and I want to do a very dedicated, very legit wire to this cab. So I want to have like a wiring harness in it, make a wiring harness for the attachment, get a couple switch panels in there. It's going to be exciting. I just placed that order now. It will take a couple weeks for everything to come in. I have over 16 items coming in, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to make for a great video, and we have to get all this old stuff off. And yeah, we're gonna have to wire it up the mainly media way. So I think I ordered a bunch of the same stuff. So it's the same pods, it's the same blinky lights all the way around, except I'm gonna do it more legit this time. So and the addition of having mirrors, which is awesome. So I'll have to get those more adjusted, and I might go with a different mirror option because these seem to make things look like they're really close, and I would like them to look further away. So yeah, I might change these out. The brackets will stay, but I might change the mirrors out so they look interchangeable as well. So, but yeah, I think that will be the next FF video. I think that'll include doing the blower. So look forward to mounting a winch so I can have a momentary switch in there to change that instead of having to do that. And then my buddy talked me into getting an actuator, a linear actuator to move this. So that will be controlled into the cab too. So that'll be pretty cool. That'll be pretty luxury stuff. So I think those two will be in there, and I'll have to make a wiring harness. And then I'll have to find some bulkhead connector or something. Maybe weld a thing here so the wiring harness will come out of here, drill a little hole, and then have like maybe a bulkhead connector, and then this blower will have its own wiring harness, and that can plug into here. So when you're done with this, you take off a bulkhead connector or something like that. Maybe I'll find like an old Fisher plow waterproof connector. That's what I need, something robust. And I'll try to keep it down here because the exhaust comes out here. So something here along that line, so you plug in, it'll have a main tractor harness, and then it will have a main attachment harness, and they'll have a little plug here to plug in. I was told, you know, you can go electric or you can go hydraulic, tap into the hydraulic system and, you know, make this all hydraulic. And, you know, I didn't want to mess with any hydraulics. And I was told, like, you know, the draw that all this might take, you know, could, you know, hurt the battery, or it might not have enough juice for the battery. I think in there I can add another battery if it's necessary. I'm not really sure. I think I'll get away with it because I'm not going to move that very often. So I don't know if you've seen how I snow blow driveways, but I start at one end and then I just work my way over. So the only thing I'll have to do is move that once, do the whole driveway, and maybe move that once. I like to keep it in one spot. So I don't think it will be a lot of draw on the battery. We'll do it once. Each driveway I'll have to move it once. The one thing that, you know, like the plow over there, the one thing, putting that on there, you know, moving that up and down, left and right, I'll probably do that a lot. So I'm gonna try to do the same setup here. I'm gonna buy another winch and another linear actuator, and I'll kind of show you the idea. And I would like to kind of say this now before I end up doing all this, because I want to hear what you guys think. But yeah, I'm thinking of putting a linear actuator here, because what it will do is it will push out, and now that's unlocked, and it only has to move 1 inch. So that's all it's moving. I believe it's 1 inch and an eighth, 1 inch and a quarter, but there's not a lot of resistance, so that's all that has to do. And then once it does that, I think I'm gonna mount a winch on this flat plate here or here, and then I'll have a cable go to that rib to here, and then to there to there, and then that will be able to linear actuate here, and then winch in or out, and then that will, you know, determine left or right. So I would love to do that with this as well, and then have a main harness for this attachment too. So if it goes well here, so we'll mount the winch here. I'll probably put a plate right here, and we'll mount the winch, and it will angle this way, and it will look just like that with the triangle here, and it will do that. That's been done before, and then we'll have the linear actuator here, and that only needs to move 1 inch as well. So from full lock down that it will do like that is 1 inch, to being full open is 1 inch. So the linear actuator can be small, and it doesn't need, I mean, when all this stuff is loose and not, you know, I'll bang it so it's loose and nice. It doesn't need, I mean, that's effortless. So it doesn't need to be that strong, and that, you know, it's just hitting there. So I'll you know, move that with the hammer and stuff. So yeah, you know, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. So that will be in the next video. Kind of just talked your ear off there for the outro, but that's what I'm thinking. If you have any suggestions, please put them in the comments below. Again, I don't want to go hydraulic. I know that's an option. I know that I wouldn't even have to use this plow. I could adapt a four-way John Deere plow. They're 54 inch, just like this, with the two-way, or the two hydraulic cylinders on there, and then I could adapt that to this. But again, I don't want to mess with hydraulics. It can get really pricey really quick, and you know, the linear actuator was 20 bucks and the winch was 60 bucks. So for, you know, about $100 shipped, I'd rather go that route. With all the hydraulics, I mean, you would have to make new hoses, and that's hundreds of dollars a piece. So to be $100 into where I'm at, plus the switches and stuff are another probably 20 bucks. You know, we're probably looking at 130 bucks to do an attachment from the cab, all electric instead of by hand, whereas hydraulics is just a lot of money, and I don't even know if this hydraulics would support an add-on to it, and there's a reason why they didn't do it. So I don't know. So I don't want to get too much. But if you know how to do the winch stuff and the linear actuator, it would be cool to do it on both. So if you have any ideas and say, hey, that's stupid, don't do it, please tell me why. I don't want to see comments out there saying, that's stupid, don't do it. Explain yourself. If you explain yourself, then I'll give it a serious thought. But if it's cool, then and let me know. I think that would be cool to be able to control all that. So yeah, and it can be winch controlled because it has, I do want to say that real quick, it doesn't have to be hydraulic because it has detent. So this will unlock and lock into so that it can turn that. And it doesn't have to go against snow because it has to be up in the air to be able to unlock it and move it. So I think I can get away with it. If that's a cool idea, let me know. If that's stupid and isn't realistic and it won't work like what I'm thinking, please let me know why, and please list out a reason why. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It would be nice to control everything by switches instead of all manual with all these rods here. So that would be really cool, just to have like a little, I'm thinking a little little panel right here for the attachments. So it'll be a 2 switch panel, 2 gain, 2 switch panel. And then I'm thinking up here will be all the lights control. So keep it all up here would be cool. So, and then it will have, I see a hole there. So I'd like to have all the main wiring come out of there, one into here, and then it will come up to here for the lights. So yeah, it's gonna be a really cool video. Definitely look forward to that. You know, I'm gonna make it very legit, very special, and each section will have a harness. So I'll be building harnesses in that and doing it all legit. I think last year I just threw it in, knowing that I was only gonna have that tractor for that year. And I don't know if it came across, but I do not have that tractor anymore. That had to move on to a buddy of mine, and he's gonna make it just that much better. Maybe he'll send a video of him using it this year, and that'll be cool to see. So yeah, tractors are leaving the compound. I don't know if I told you that. They're all pretty much gone now. There's not a lot left. So we're focusing on one tractor. We're doing something different here. So this is gonna be really, really cool. I'm excited, very, very, very excited for the next clip on this. And then the next video after that, so we'll tackle the wiring for everything. Hopefully it works well. I'm really hoping that everything works. And then the next video after that will be 3-point hitch stuff. So I got to get a sleeve hitch for that, and then I got to get a 3-point weight holder for that, and then wheel chains and tensioners for that. So that will be the next order that I do. So we're talking a lot of money here. So I think that order was almost $500. And then the order for that and the wheel change is going to be another $600. So this stuff isn't cheap. So just, you know, be patient with me. And if this whole attachment thing works well, we'll do one on that. So we'll try to test that out. So I tried looking up videos for this. Plenty of those out there that show you putting a winch on and doing a chute control, but I haven't seen any videos. And I tried searching it up my best to find that, and I haven't seen anything. So yeah, sorry I talked your ear off there, but I wanted to make sure that you are all caught up with what's in my mind, so you know what's gonna happen in the next videos or two. I'm not sure if they'll be directly next, but definitely the next on that. So as always, if you enjoyed the content in this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you liked the content, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to comment down for some engagement, like, will that work? Or if you know where to get 10-inch wheels, that would be awesome. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next vlog day.